Mumbai. It's either defense all the way or just attack. And then it started at the end. And as he rightly said, I think they bowled badly as well right at the end. The length, because you took out the pitch that he's referring to and everybody watched. As long as the pitch was being used by the bowlers, there was difficulty in scoring runs. One, the mindset changed, and then your length was totally different. So when the seamers bowled, it was Yorkers and trying to get there. So whether it's a full toss or a Yorker, then the pitch doesn't come into play. But not bowling Amit Mishra at that stage, I think that was a call. Because, you had Hardik Pandya who had walked in by then. So you had to make that call. Do you want to take a risk with him or not? And people who play in India always believe that Hardik Pandya is probably more comfortable against spin. And you saw that the other day in Wankhede as well.
But how Amit Mishra didn't bowl his fourth over?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's scandalous. 1 for 18. It's scandalous.
And he's bowling well.
It's scandalous how he's not bowled the fourth over. When you think Kemar Paul was travelling, Morris was travelling, Rabada was having an off night. You don't say that often about Rabada. Ishant Sharma was very good at the top, but you generally don't always go back to Ishant.
No, they never go back. He bowls those 3 overs up front.
And maybe they should have done tonight, but certainly Amit Mishra should have finished out.
Yeah, he should have. And then you look at that innings, got 17 overs. Mumbai were 3 down, out of which there's a run out in there. First ball, Rohit Sharma and Ben Cutting. Who tried to play spin the way only overseas players know how to play spin. Sweep. So there was nothing at that stage that the bowler was doing. It was Mumbai's mindset. As soon as they changed, and you didn't even use Pollard. It was almost like when I went up to see, on that balcony, you could see that fire brigade stuck in that traffic. There's all other cars in front, and the fire brigade's waiting there to get past that traffic. Karen Pollard, you have a Karen
Krunal Pandya was the traffic and Karen Pollard has a fire engine stuck behind.
I start with Brendan de Kock to start with, not just this game, I've been saying that. And because you play him there, then Surya Kumar has to play because of last year. And then you had Krunal Pandya who struggled, so you play all your safe bets first. And that's my only thing with Mumbai. That's the way they play. It's unfortunate, but that's how they like playing.
So one of the things you always look at in 20 overs cricket is how much of your resources did you not use. In an ideal algorithmic situation, you use 100% resources. That doesn't happen. But Karen Pollard, the other day, did not face a single ball because Hardik Pandya was finishing. So he was 0 not out of 0 when Krunal Pandya made 11 of 21 balls. Today, Krunal Pandya has made, he got a few shots in at the end, 37 of 26.
Yeah, but it all depends on the end result if it's a win. Mumbai have batted well. They've got a decent score, and the Capitals haven't chased down the total. The other day when he didn't face the ball, they won the game. So it's not always about individual. It's about can the team win the game. And Hardik Pandya at this stage is striking it great. Krunal Pandya played a nice role. I understand why he was thrown in there. Quinton de Kock was out. They wanted left-hand, right-hand combinations. So I got that kind of decision to send out Krunal Pandya. But of course, in an ideal world, you want Pollard to get a few balls at the end to hit a few into the stands. But I still feel this is a very, very competitive
I sort of thought of what you were saying when I was watching Hardik Pandya bat about how he sets himself up. Because that one of the sixes he hit before the helicopter, just one of the sixes he hit, might have gone just in front of square of the Yorker-led ball. So just explain that to us again. Let's see.
Well, he just opens up. He puts his right foot, and actually, the fact it was outside off stump. It was probably around 4 stump line. So his right foot's outside off stump. His left foot, you would say, probably on around leg stump. So he's baseball style. He's almost square onto the bowler, and he's saying, "Go on, try and York me." And if you bowl a bit short, he's in that pull position straight away to flat bat it, baseball. If it's full, he's got the ability to be able to strike through it and hit long on. He can then change the wrist and go over mid off. And then if it's wide, he's got such great power of hands and hand speed to be able to slice it over point. But he's right back on it. So he's basically saying your Yorker has to be spot on. I would say to a bowler, look, just follow his feet. Wherever his feet are, just try and hit his feet, because if you just bowl the Yorker, he'll work a way of moving his feet to make sure that his hands can get at the ball. So you just watch his feet and just fire the ball straight into his feet, because then even if he hits it, you should be restricting his bat swing. You shouldn't be able to give him any kind of leverage on the ball. And the problem when a bowler's running into someone like Hardik Pandya now is the pressure. If he runs into if they run into ball to me, they'll nail the Yorker every single time. But running into ball to Hardik Pandya at the minute in the form that they know that if they miss the length by 2 inches, it's going to go straight into the stand. That's why they bowl the odd low full toss, and low full toss isn't an easy ball to hit. Yeah, he's got the hand speed to just be able to whip it.
Yeah,
another era,
Ajay, you're a finisher too. How much of a finisher's job is predetermined? How much is he thinking? Right, I'm setting myself for this ball. If it comes, I'm hitting it out of the ground. If it doesn't, maybe I'll sneak a single. How much is predetermined?
Oh, I think all batting is. I mean, science has proven it that a human body or human mind cannot react to a ball after the ball's been released at 130 miles an hour. So even as a batsman, I mean, even opening batsman, it's not predetermined to hit a six, but there's a place that you're looking at, because at that same pace, when you get a full toss or a beamer, what happens to the same player? So it is predetermined. The game is predetermined in that sense that, you know, you practice for a certain ball. There's a place that your mind is working on, and at the end, the only other part is that you've got no other choice. When you play over number 10, 12, 11, it is still predetermined. When you see a spinner, how you want to hit him, or, you know, when you see a ball there, it's a reaction. But you have no other choice at the end, so it gets that much more, and that's why slow ones get away at the end, or, you know, when you surprise a player. But in the middle of the innings, that same slower one comes much easier for a batsman. Somebody who's, you know, playing, waiting for a certain ball and gets more time to play. It's always easier to play spin. Why? I mean, for us, I don't know how he looks at it, but science has proven that when a ball leaves a bowler's hand and when it reaches a batsman, a human body cannot react to it. It is always preempted.
Now 169. The Delhi Capitals need a good start because down the middle they're like a house of cards, aren't they?
Yeah, I think this is a good score because it's not just the runs on the board. I'm pretty sure that all the Mumbai Indians batsmen will be going in, and Rohit Sharma, the skipper's spent a bit of time out there, and they'll be saying, just take pace off. You know, don't bowl anything on a plate on that full zone. You know, there's plenty of batting there. There's plenty of combinations.
Look, we'll see what happens after 5 though. Rishabh Pant is at 5. Then suddenly you're talking Akshar Patel, Chris Morris, 6, 7, which is all right.
Kimo Paul, he can strike a ball or a ball. They can all strike a ball,
Yeah.
but you know it's on an iffy pitch against what you would expect some smart bowling. You're not going to think that the Mumbai Indians will throw it up on a plate. You think they'll take the pace off the ball, load of cutters, they'll hit the pitch hard, and they'll make it very, very difficult. So someone in that top order, Shikhar Dhawan, you know, someone has to go deep. Someone has to start, get off to a flyer, and then go deep. Take the game himself to about the 16th, 17th over, and then allow the strikers to come in and really give it a good old whack.
Now, Shreyas Iyer said at the toss he was very happy with Rohit Sharma's decision to bat first. But now it's a tricky run chase, this 169.
I think
You know that track.
He was surprised and happy because I think he figured out that it'd probably be better than what we've seen in the past. So he was surprised that Mumbai looked at it that way. I think if Delhi has to get this, it has to be from the top because they won't be able to do what Mumbai did at the end, and they'll have to play it totally
They're
differently.
playing an extra spinner. Yeah.
So that's probably they brought him in, and as he said, Shikhar is the key to this chase. I think Shikhar is the key and not the rate at which he'll probably score, but it allows everybody else to play in a different way.
You know, the funny thing is we keep talking about this being Mumbai versus Delhi and all. And who's the key player? Who are the 2 key players? I know Shikhar is a Delhi boy, but who are the 2 other key batsmen? Born and brought up on the Maidans of Mumbai.
Yeah.
They're going out there to play for Delhi.
Yeah, the captain is also
Prithvi
from
Shaw and
Mumbai.
Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah.
So it's Mumbai in terms of the Delhi Capitals, not really Mumbai Delhi as some people of our generation knew it, because Mumbai Delhi was a different contest.
Yeah.
So you're backing them to get them?
If they get off to a good start, it won't happen the way Mumbai did it. If they leave 50 in the last 5, then they won't get it. But if they leave, 35 or something in the last 5, that's their only hope. And I think it's possible.
So stay ahead of the asking rate. That's what you're saying.
And I think that's how this team plays because, and I still believe that, I think they're a few short. There was a phase from over number 9 to 12 to 13 when Mumbai just lost it because they got what they get at the end, but they lost that middle period. So if Delhi can match the first 6 overs, then they win.
No. No, I'm going with runs on the board. You've got Malinga, you've got Bumrah, you've got the 3 spin options, and then a few little combinations with Hardik, Pandya and Cutting. So a lot of experience in that bowling line. I'd be amazed if they do. They'll have to play exceptional. I don't think they'll make the basic errors that we've just seen the Delhi Capitals make in the field. You would hope not anyway, with Rohit Sharma and all the experience in the bowling department. So, no, I think the runs
Actually,
on
what
the board.
would have been interesting was for us to play a replay of Michael reacting to what Ajay was saying, because you were like playing kabaddi. You were like that.
Is that what you do, kabaddi? Kabaddi's when you tap, don't you?
He felt the same last night as well. Listen, we look at the game differently. We don't play it now. Look, we just watch it, and there's a different way. And one of us is going to be right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is a guarantee.
Right. So, predict. Let's see. See, the reason we're doing all this is that I'm sort of establishing tenancy over all this now. But we need, because Michael's leaving, so we need to give Michael another opportunity because he's won it 4 times. So, we are kind to again. Atiti Devo Bhava.
With my call, I win both ways. If Mumbai wins, I'm happy. If Delhi wins, then I probably saw something.
So you're saying Delhi to win, and you're saying Mumbai to win. So then we don't need to know how many overs because the results are.
I think they'll win by 20.
Mumbai by 20.
Yeah, I think they'll win by 20. Yeah.
I'm going Mumbai by 10. So Delhi win there. Okay, there you
Delhi.
are. We've got it all set. Ajay Jadeja thinks that it will be chased down. Michael by Mumbai by 20, by 10, but maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll be with you in Cricbuzz Combox after 10 overs, but this is going to be some run chase. As Ajay said, they'll have to be ahead of the run chase because this track can get a bit dicey as the ball gets older.